can chip on with the wedge from 10 feet, and some people do. If your lie is sitting nice enough that you're comfortable, yeah, wedge is a perfect shot for that. But again, remember what I said, pick the spot where you want to land the ball. Then in chipping, you like to get the ball on the ground as quickly as you can. Let the ball roll. Make it act like a putt. You will see a couple of the things in here that I have talked about. When you chip the ball, for example, you would like to have 60% of the weight on your left foot. Some people will say as much as 70% of the weight. That is very simply you standing up to chip, and you have a little bit more weight over here. That's just another way to get your hands in front of the ball, or the shaft in front of the ball. Yes, you do stand closer to the ball to chip. You're right here. You like the ball right here, back in your stance, just that you can make solid contact every time you chip it. These things are really simple. What I have written down here, but you'd be amazed how many times people ask these questions to me. Where do you play the ball? How do you play the ball in your stand? You know, something like this is nice. I mean, you go to schools and you will get a whole book. I do schools and I do a book at this size that you can give out. A friend of mine, he's got a legal pad that you give out. I like this because you stick it right in your golf bag and you can just pick out and get a shot. I'm doing something for the members of the club this year to where I'm going to even talk about side hill lies, uphill lies, downhill lies. When you're out playing golf, sometimes your brain turns off. If you do rules, well, yeah, most of the time. But that's what happens. If you work rules and walk up to the greatest players in the world and they hit it in the water hazard, and the first thing they want to know, what are my options? Well, you would think they would know that, but me being a rules person, I always carry a rule book because they want to hear it. But yes, those things happen. Chipping the ball with the wedge, you know, wedge is probably the easiest club to chip with. Even though it has more loft, you can control the ball a little bit better. You can control spin a little better. You can just do things with wedges. The other things that we're going to talk about here is play the ball slightly back in your stance, and yes, you do want the ball close to your body, close to your feet. I like to chip with my feet square. Most people like their stance slightly open when they chip. They're this way. I've found Stan Utley is probably the short game guru, and what I would suggest to every one of you guys is read as much as you can, learn as much as you can about the short game. It doesn't hurt. Doesn't hurt at all. One of my favorite quotes was from Claude Harmon. He says, "It's what you learn after you know it all that is most important." And how true that is. I just feel like people, anytime if you pick up Stan Utley's book, go get it. I mean, the guy is a real genius. And all the short game guys, even Dave Stockton, even in the putting side. But the more you learn, the easier this game is to play.